Hello everybody, it's been a long time since I've done one of these videos on the S107, but this actually is not about the 107, it's about the questions I've been asked just recently about how to make this into really just a quadcopter. People have tried all sorts of things and believe me, they've had weight issues, timing and all that sort of thing, so it doesn't really work. So I think Syma have actually solved the problem for us with this little toy. It's a Syma 2.4 gig X3 Quadcopter. Now I think it's quite good. It works outside as well because it's not a coaxial helicopter the same as the other, but it's got the 4 blades and they work exactly the same as a normal quadcopter, and it's got the protectors on it as well, which are pretty good because if you're flying indoors and this hits something, there's a chance that they're going to break. You do get 4 spare blades with it, and just go through a few things on it before we take it any further. The charge system is basically the same as it is for the 107. You plug the charge socket into there and it lights up. When you charge it up, you do exactly the same thing with the lead from the USB cable from your computer, and the other end plugs in there. You can only go up one way, so you haven't got a problem. You get a red light come up on the charger, as you can see under the sticker there, and that will go off when it's fully charged. You get about the same flying time as you do with the 107 indoors, and you can also use this outdoors, which is quite good. Now the battery is inside. It says there open. All you do is fold that back. There's a little tag there, right, with a little silver button sticking out. Just push your tab forwards. It's bendy plastic, so it's okay, and then it comes off simply like that. There's the battery. The battery, as you can see, is the lead that goes to the charge socket, and it's easy to get to just by pulling the lid off. Now this one's actually taped on here. I don't want to break the tape because this is brand new and it's been sent to me by my friend John in Australia, and asked me to do the review on it. It's a 3.7 volt battery, similar sort of thing, easily obtainable on Amazon, and all you do is break the tab and just slide that out with the lead, goes through the hole, and just replace it with another one. Very, very simple indeed, and should last you about the same amount of time. Now underneath you can see the motors here run independently of each other, but they're all controlled by the central control board in the centre. Each gear there you want to keep an eye on, because I think they might get bits of fluff in, or you probably won't need to lubricate them or anything like that, but each individual motor is virtually the same motor as in the 107. Now turn it back over. You can remove these protectors if you want to. Under there you can just unpin it like that, take it apart, but I wouldn't generally advise that. As he says, breaking it, no. That's all back together now. You can take those off and you can separate them from the main body here, because they are a separate item. They can actually be removed from the quad complete, both sides, and then you end up with just the 4 arms and the 4 blades. Yeah, that comes away there. I've actually disconnected this one before. I'll just show you how to do it quickly. And you just pull them off like that. My parrot's in the other room at the moment. I expect you can hear him again as usual in the back of the videos. It just comes away like that. It's so simple, it's so easy to do. But flying it like that, I wouldn't recommend it, like I say, because you could easily break the blades. There you go. Simple as that. It comes off, and there you have your quad. Now these 2 arms do actually come out there. You just squeeze 2 little ends and you can take all these arms off as well and just have a smaller quad. I wouldn't personally bother with that because you've got the protectors to look after the blades. Right, now then, the controller, different controller what I've seen before, basically the same. Only the good thing about this one is you can actually control the trim on these buttons here. So when you take off, you push it forwards as normal, right, left, forwards, backwards, and up and down. Now the good thing about this one is it's so controllable indoors. The only problem is if you go full throttle it will take off so fast you'll have trouble bringing it back again, but with a bit of practice it's not too bad. I haven't tried it outside yet. I'm going to try and do that over the next day or two and do some videos of that, but that'll be separate. Now the trim is quite simple. You just push each button in turn to whichever way you want it to go. The two sideways ones here on the left by the throttle don't actually do anything, I don't think. I couldn't get them to do anything, but these two don't do anything. These two will control the drift, sideways and left, right, left, forwards, back. You'll get the hang of it as you go along. Just play around with them. When you switch it on, you get a little yellow light there flashing. Okay, it's trying to find the quad, as you do with all 2.4 gig equipment. I'll just plug that in. There you go, hear the little bleep, and wait for it to contact. If it doesn't make contact straight away, just press that one again and switch it on again. There you go, your two bleeps, and it's ready to go, I think. There we go. I'll try and get that in shot for you. I know it hasn't got the protectors on it. And you control the drift and so on. It's a bit difficult to show you. There you go. As you can see, tilts forwards, backwards, and it's got quite a bit of power as well, surprisingly for a little thing. Floats everything off the table, and there you go. There are two channels, I think. I'm not sure. I haven't really gone into it that deep yet, but it's basically the same. You know, just switch it on and off you go. Oh, by the way, that's the aerial there. That little thing sticking up. Okay. Now then, I'll just switch that off for now. Let's go on to the instruction manual. I didn't really bother reading this. That's the instruction manual there. I didn't bother reading this. I did it just playing around and learning by myself, really. It gives you all the mode 1 and mode 2, so you can actually change it over from taking off, landing to this side if you're left-handed and you want to do it the other way around or whatever. There's all your controls. It's quite easy to understand, very basic. That's what it can do. It can flip over and back, do 360s and all sorts. Now when I take it outside and do the second video, I'm going to show you how to do that with stunts, tumbling and spinning around all over the place. It's quite an active little piece of equipment. There's a picture there, shows you how to plug it into the USB on your thing, on your computer. And there's all the spare parts you can get. Tells you how to overhaul it, take it to bits. And there's the schematic that shows you the build of it. Very, very simple indeed. I recommend it, it's quite good. The only drawback, like I said, is when you take off indoors, it will take off fairly quickly, but easy to get used to. Just a bit of practice like everything else. It's got a gyro system as well to hold it, but it is very, very stable. The DJI Phantom quadcopter is renowned worldwide for its stability, mainly to do with the GPS on it. But this obviously hasn't got that, but it is as stable, I would say, once you get it under control. I'll try it outside in the wind and see how it goes. Not quite sure how it's going to behave in the outside world, but we'll have a go with that. And that just clips back on there, and it's back to normal. And the top goes back on the same way. I'll just quickly show you that. Get it right around. That slides into the front there. And on the back here, that little tag, just pop it over like that, close it up, and now it's ready to go. It's that simple. There's no screws, like with 107. You've got all these little screws and metal panels, and I've done quite a few videos on how to take this apart and repair it. I hope that's helped everybody quite a lot. I've had a lot of good feedback on that, particularly the one on the top rotor, which actually has gone worldwide. I'm quite surprised about. But anyway, don't waste your time trying to make this into a quadcopter. It's just not going to work. I've had people contact with me from quite a few places, and said they've had problems with this, problems with that, and then you get the issues with controlling it left and right. I don't know how the hell they thought they were going to do it, but they all had a go, and unfortunately good old Syma beat them to it with this one, minus its protecting shields around the outside there for you. And there it is, that's the one, the X3 Syma 4-channel quadcopter on 2.4 GHz. There you go. Thanks for watching. I'll do an update later on with the flying indoors and outdoors, and put them all together and see where we go. Okay, thanks again. Bye bye.